Oh, and Sheila, when it comes to the Department of Plenty of Blame to go around and money, as you just mentioned, I'm sure the Rolex watch wearing BMW driving Jagmeet Singh of the NDP would not be in favor of this. Oh, this just in, he's standing by the appointment of David Johnson. Now I know the fix is in, Sheila, because this guy, this rat, that's propping up this government, he needs to rag the puck until 2025 when his full pension will kick in. He needs 6
Exactly.
years. He got elected in 2019. So
Yep.
it's all about Jagmeet as usual. You know what? I hope Trudeau burns this guy. I hope there's an election at least by 2024 and he loses his seat. Can you imagine the look on Jagmeet's face if that were to be the case? Another politician betrayed. Do we have some audio of
Yeah.
Jagmeet Efron? Okay, let's watch
Do you
this
trust David
spin
Johnston
cycle.
can do his job as special rapporteur, and will you accept what he decides should be done?
I've said, and I maintain that Mr. Johnson is someone of strong reputation, of integrity, and he is someone that's independent and nonpartisan. And so I certainly trust him to do his work. I want to make sure that his mandate includes all the information important to assess what the Prime Minister knew, when the Prime Minister knew that information, and what he did about it. And that it includes really important recommendations about what we need to do to safeguard our democracy. But despite all that, I still maintain that we need a public inquiry because Canadians need to have confidence in our elections.
Hi, Mr. Singh. Thanks for taking our questions. Just building on what you just spoke to about the integrity of David Johnson, I'm just wondering if you could comment on the Bloc and the Tories, noting that Johnson was referred to as a family friend by the Prime Minister in 2017. Mr. Blanchet says that he's close to Trudeau. It seems to be you're saying he's a man of integrity and that what the opposition parties is saying here doesn't actually follow.
Well, what has become really clear is in this whole very serious matter of foreign interference that the other opposition parties, and frankly the Liberals as well, have been more focused on scoring political points than really focused on solutions around protecting our democracy. And that's why we've been calling for an independent process. And while we still maintain we need a public inquiry to restore public confidence, to respond to the concerns that Canadians have, and to make sure that it's a public element so that people know what's going on, there's transparency. I do, though, maintain that Mr. Johnson is someone of integrity. Someone has shown in his career that he is someone that is nonpartisan and trustworthy. And so I think that it is a positive step, his appointment.
Well, Sheila, that's sure not what Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives are saying.
Yeah, and there's no amount of corruption that Jagmeet Singh will not excuse. Like, that's what I learned about him during the Public Order Commission when he said, well, even if Justin Trudeau is found, which he should have been, to have used the Emergencies Act wrongfully against peaceful Canadian protesters in our nation's capital, I can't say that I would cause the government to fall. So there's no amount of misdeeds that this man will not turn a blind eye to as long as he stays close to some semblance of power. I don't even think he's in it for the money, because as the leader of the NDP, he cratered that party and their support so much that he wasn't even taking a salary as the leader for a while. He was only relying on his MP salary, which is plentiful, by the way. But he wasn't taking the party top up because there was no money, because no one was donating, because he sucks so bad. And the Liberals were eating their lunch. So I don't even think it's money. I don't think it's money. He just wants to be close to the circle of power.
So, Sheila, in the early days, what's your prediction of what this special rapporteur, by the way, and make sure we always say special rapporteur, not a garden variety rapporteur, not a regular rapporteur. He's a special rapporteur. I guess the special part is that he's kind of like a family friend of the guy he's investigating, but I digress. I think this is going to go the way of the Emergencies Act inquiry, Sheila. Disappointing, but not surprising.
Yeah, this is espionage, by the way. Like this is something the left won't shut up about when they think Russia's doing it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's China and liberals are getting elected. So we're supposed to turn a blind eye to it. If they are finally coming around to my way of thinking on foreign interference, I'm happy, but that's not the case. My way of thinking on foreign interference goes back to the days of the environmentalist movement, influencing our elections and meddling in our democracy, coming out of San Francisco and the Tides Foundation.
Yeah.
We've been sounding the alarm bells about this for a very, very long time. They ignored it. Then they thought that there were Russians under the hood of every truck in the convoy. That wasn't the case. And now China's getting liberals elected, and they also don't seem to care because it helped them hang on to what seemed to be a bit of a precarious stranglehold on power here in Canada. So I think it's going to be exactly like the Public Order Emergency Commission. Really, this should be a CSIS investigation and an RCMP investigation. Call in the cops. That's what should be happening here, but they're not doing any of that. They've got this old, elderly, sure he's nice, he seems nice, but elderly family friend of the Trudeau family, who is a member of the Trudeau Foundation, investigating. And we're supposed to think this is a great step in the right direction in the name of transparency. What planet are we on?
Yeah. By the way, Sheila, I must correct you on one thing. Blackface did call in the cops. The RCMP is evidently investigating CSIS for who the whistleblower is.
Right.
Yeah. Blackface is going to get to the bottom of that. So help him God. But, you know, the thing that makes my spidey senses tingle, Sheila, is that when you looked at Trudeau making that announcement, he was almost breaking into laughter. He had that Cheshire cat smile on him, like it was like he won the lottery in announcing that Johnson is the special rapporteur. I mean, he's not even bluffing that this is going to be on the level. At least that's what his body language tells me, Sheila.
The Johnson Dong inquiry is going to go exactly how we think it is. That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.